Okay, so I'm with Maria and Gordon Nelson, and they showed me some pictures of some cool cabins that I hadn't seen before, and I was familiar with kind of the area, but I'd never ventured into this area before, and when they showed me the pictures of them, I thought, that's pretty cool. You guys got to take me here, and they haven't. So, Maria and Gordon, tell me about these cabins and hit it.
Okay, this area is called the Black's Fork. There's different disputes about the history of it.
And for those that want to know, it's Black's Fork, and we're on the north slope of the Uintas.
Uintas, exactly. Now, some claim that this used to be a encampment for the Calvary soldiers, and others a trading post for the local trappers and loggers. Black's Fork, it was a military sort of a headquarters built to supply food, packing animals, repair wagons and equipment for the soldiers who were patrolling between Fort Duchesne. Where is the direction of Fort Duchesne? This way, to Fort Bridger.
Fort Bridger.
This way, okay. Now some dispute that due to
So this was a military outpost.
Exactly. So some dispute the fact that it might be improbable because of the high altitude and the harsh conditions of winter in the Uinta Mountains. But there was a military post called Black's Fork further on the river of Fort Bridger, close to like 1857. Now that post's name was changed when the Pacific Railroad passed through Bryan. So that's one of the theories. Now I'll pass on to Gordon.
One of the other theories is that it was a logging camp, and of course plenty of timber up here for them to log. They say that from 1870 to 1920 this was in use in this area. I think the people, and they estimate there could be anywhere from 50 to 100 people in this area over the summer season.
Really?
As far as the logging aspect of it goes, there's a few different things. Obviously, I think the people here were very ambitious. They came here with a purpose. When you actually look at the cabins, and even though they're run down, the roofs have caved in and stuff like that over a century of time, when you actually look at the construction, they're in like a D shape. So the outside of the cabins are just the roundness of the log, and the inside they've used like a double-headed axe, and the inside of the cabins have been flattened off using an axe. So when you're actually in the inside, they look more like walls, not just a log cabin. So they went through a lot of work. I'm pretty sure they had the long cross-cut saws to cut down the trees. Obviously, when you look at you can see they've been cut on the corners, and I would guess they had to have a good supply of either mules, maybe ox, to pull all the trees down into this area. And right now, other than the cabins, there's really no sign of a logging operation. There's no slag piles, there's just nothing like that around here. They say that a lot of from the logging aspect, a lot of this was hauled down and was hauled over to Piedmont, to the charcoal kilns over there, so that they would have all the wood that they need to make the charcoal, because where the kilns are, there's no timber at all. It's just out in the sagebrush.
And you guys are going to take me to them charcoal kilns today, right?
Yes, we'll take you down there.
One thing that is fascinating is that makes me believe that this could be a military post of the Calvary soldiers. It was that there's a shed that it's called a dynamite shed. Which one would be? Would be that one over there?
We figured it would be one that
would be one over there.
Away.
So you would connect dynamite directly to military activity than logging,
or mining,
or mining. Well, But there's nothing. There's no mines around here or nothing of the sort.
There's stories of some Spanish mines around this area. You know, nobody really knows about them, but there are stories about that. But these are pretty elaborate buildings.
There's absolutely.
Yeah, in fact, the one behind you, Terry, I believe that's the one that they call the commissary, and they've made that with bigger window openings. So maybe later when you're filming around and you can film that, you can see how it's been constructed. So
Yeah, with the one
like
with the tree right in the middle of it.
you
Yeah.
can sit in there and be able to look out and see the views from either side. And like Maria says, right now there's a good-sized pine tree in the inside of it. So
Now we searched, and there's 26 miles between this what could be a post, an army post of the Calvary, to Fort Bridger. Yeah, yeah. So when they were patrolling from here, from Fort Duchesne to Fort Bridger would be in Wyoming.
Yeah.
So it's quite an intake to travel that far.
These are these are pretty elaborate cabins to the ones you usually find out in the mountains, like this one you're behind. You know, this just ain't no haphazard. Well, none of them were haphazard. I mean, they had built, but they're usually small. You know, this one here looks like it was used for some kind of a store or something. You know, I think you're right. I think this is a military
This is
post.
a military. This is how it
For
feels.
the 1800s, and this was a whole encampment for them.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think one of these was probably a barn for the animals, and then to store food or whatever in.
And the repair the wagons and the equipment for the smiths. Yeah.
Shop,
Yes. A lot of history here. A lot of history.
I'm sure they did a lot of hunting. You know, the way they'd have their food. And right behind the commissary over here, there is a stream that runs down right there. So there is a water source that runs right here. And of course, if they wanted to take a little hike, the Black Fork River is just down here a few blocks. So it's not that far away if they wanted to go down to the river.
I would love to be in here when all this took place. It'd be wonderful. Yes.
Going on,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you're telling me that they really don't know, they're just guessing, they don't really know what this was?
There's what's called the unknown biographies, and then so all these claims are from that source.
Yeah, it's like it's just unsure what really went on
unsure
here.
went
There's
on
some theories of what went on.
And the people's journals, you know. Yes.
So I'm sure over time it was used for many different things. You know, it was originally put up for one reason, and then another reason people came in and see it. And
no one knows.
And
no
you
one
figure
knows.
it's here in use for about 50 years. It could have been a military post at first.
Yes.
And, you know, maybe the military moved out, became a logging camp.
Other people moved in.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
And then for whatever reason, it was just pretty much abandoned, and everything's fallen down.
Falling down, yeah.
From
little piece of history.
Ago.
I'm so glad you're filming all this and documenting before it's all.
I'm so glad that you guys brought me here, because this is pretty cool. So with that said, man, let's go explore these things.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Man, this is pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome. The doors are quite small.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think the one over there is a little bit bigger, but this one here is small.
Gordon is a logger, or he used to be a logger. He was, tell me about the family of your history, of your family history.
My dad started logging after World War II, and all of the boys, we grew up that way, and basically from the 50s on up, and right now my one brother, he's still logging with his kids, and so it's kind of been a family business for a long time. So
he knows about wood.
But I think another thing too, Terry, this is filled in a lot on the inside. The roof is caved in. There's a lot of dirt buildup in here. So I think you're actually standing a foot and a half.
Probably standing on the roof. They probably had dirt on the roof.
Dirt on the roof,
probably standing on the roof.
In.
One can only wonder.
Let's go check out another.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Most of these, they're in pretty sad shape. The roofs have caved in, and we kind of talked about that over at the last cabin. But you got to consider over time, the amount of snow they probably had up here at some times.
Oh, it gets a lot of snow up here.
You know, you could have had 14, 15 feet of snow some years on top of these cabins, and you know, the wood just finally gave in over time, and I think that's why everything's caved in and there's no roof on them.
And this particular cabin, man, this one was a huge cabin. This housed a lot of people, or this was a big store. Or, like I said, it's hard to imagine that really there was a store up here, but I guess if this was a major thoroughway, I don't know what to think about this, but I know this housed a lot of people.
You got log corners right here.
Oh yeah, that's part of that building. Yeah, it went from here, back over to here, across to there, and back over there and tied into that building. Man, this was a big building.
Yeah, everything points for this soldiers' encampment, you know, the Calvary.
They went to a lot of work for just a little, there's a lot of work.
Well, they're dispersed, you know.
Huh. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Look at that one there, Gordon. It's amazing. What do you see over there?
So this one's just got the rounded logs, huh? This one hasn't been flattened, the logs flattened on the inside. This one has the rounded logs, not like the other ones. Now this is about the size of cabins I would expect. You know, even this is a little bit big. This is considered a big cabin too, but not like them other ones. Them other ones are huge.
Now, an encampment of the Calvary soldiers, from what I read, would be from 50 to 200 men.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
So they'd need a big place.
So.
Okay, let's go check out another one.
But of course, not everyone is stationed. You know, they will disperse them from different places, right? So. This one is my favorite.
This one is?
I love this one, yeah.
And why is that?
It's higher, the doors are...
Oh, this is bigger.
The best.
The best, I think so too.
Maybe this one was added later.
Don't have to duck.
No, exactly.
Yeah, this door is a lot bigger.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's different time frames that they was built. Somebody built the first one, and then they've added later on. That's a huge window in this
That's
one.
a huge window, yes.
Yeah, you know, just sit in here and look out and look at the view. And
Perfect for some shooting, huh?
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see anything different in the wood?
you figure this one out.
That ring in
Yes.
That ring around
Yes.
that tree.
Uh-huh.
that's a solid ring. Move it.
Yeah, one of these days.
Move it for me, Gordon.
That's,
Yeah, and that's a big tree.
going right up through that.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Let's go out the back door.
Let's look. Everybody can fit in. You should film that. Everybody can fit in. You should film it. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything then. Hey, look. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one was a pretty big cabin over there too. Now this would have been a small cabin here, and that's the sizes I would have expected to see.
Now look at the size of windows are always different sizes. Wow. Let me sit in there. Pretty amazing.
Is there more cabins up that way?
I don't believe so. I think this is the last one going that direction. But they are spaced out. You know, none of them are really close together. So they're
Yeah, it's like a small little town. It was a small little
It
town.
was a small,
well, and you know, right now it's just a ghost town.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
This was a big building as well.
Yeah, but these are smaller than them over
Small.
there, but it's still.
But still, yeah. Oh, that's a small
Yeah.
room in here.
Check that out. Did you already see it? I guess you've already seen it.
Yes,
Maria,
I've
huh?
seen it. Let me go in and check just once more. How incredible this is. Boy. It's
Hey
amazing.
man, did you ever think while you was in Portugal that when you dreamed about seeing the cowboys in the Old West, that you'd get to see the old cabins, the old time cabins?
You know, when I was being raised by Catholic nuns at the Abbey, I read a lot of books on Old West. Yes, I think the Lord was preparing me for something.
For this?
Yeah, who knows?
We're gonna go through a time trap over here, and we're gonna have cowboys and Indians, and they're gonna be shooting, man. We're gonna be wishing we was back.
I'm ready.
We're gonna be wishing we was back at the Abbey.
Oh no, I was always been fascinated with the Old West, always. Absolutely good, beautiful flowers and beautiful view over there.
Yeah, this is.
Is this the dynamite shed? No. It's that one. Which one did you say it was? You pointed to it.
I think if it was, it would be over the hill.
Yeah.
Because something blowing that would throw timber and splinters everywhere. Yeah, sometimes we've had some type of shingling or something on the roof.
Yep.
Look at this, my goodness. You see of anything? Any
Now this is the size of cabin.
metal? See, there's a metal right there. Look.
This is the size of cabin you'd expect to see, not them huge ones.
This is so fascinating.
Okay.
So they had water sources right there. Perhaps plenty of hunting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it.
Hunting, right. Good view.
There's 12. 12?
Is it
12?
12 cabins?
12 of these
I
cabins.
believe.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
I'll get in trouble. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. This is so amazing.
Yeah, well, it ain't gonna be too much longer, and this is gonna be falling down, gone, and so.
These are the largest doors we've seen this far, right?
Yeah,
This far, yeah.
yeah, it is.
It's fascinating. A lot of history here.
Mud in there.
Mud in the walls for the chinking. Okay, let's go to the next one. This was probably the corral right here. Yeah, it's a big square of rocks here. That's probably where the corral was. And that's why it was wider. That might have been the stable right there. That could have been the stable.
Yeah.
That's why it had wider doors.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably a crowd.
Yep.
What do you make of this smaller one?
Yeah.
Did they smoke the meat or something? Or was the smoker house?
And this one's Terry size.
Yeah.
It's got to be the smokehouse.
I don't think so.
No, just
Well.
Smaller.
just a small cabin. This just housed one person.
Or a family of 10.
Or maybe the grounded soldiers. They would bring him here.
This was the jailhouse.
That's pretty amazing. That is just so amazing. Wow. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. It's such a feeling of the Old West. Gordon wouldn't fit in here. Gordon want to try to Jonathan. Let's see. Jonathan.
You definitely have to.
Try to stay as straight as you can.
Can't. That's as high as I can go.
So short people like you can fit in here,
You can
okay?
fit in here.
That's for a short person.
Yep, that's the advantage of being short. And look at this, were they?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this.
Yeah, they made their walkway
Oh, this is so special.
from here over to the store.
Wow.
Long walk.
Look at good the view they had of the stars at night. Wouldn't that be lovely?
So man, that's it for the tour of these cabins. Now, Gordon, let's go to the kilns.
Yes.
We'll do it. Let's
right.
go.
All right.